I do not know how to handle stress properly. Like, I never knew what to do with the anger inside of me. I've done all the recommended home remedy therapy treatments or whatever, whether that's eating my feelings or exercising or writing it in a journal and burning it, talking to people, going to therapy. I just never in my life learned what to do when it came to chaos. I will always have all these emotions just bottled up in me and just swell to the top, and then in unhealthy ways I would explode after months or years of something just piling on top of each other instead of just dealing with it when it needs to be dealt with. It will always lead me to having mental breakdowns and just long depressed thoughts because I don't know what to do. And of course some of that stuff helps. Like, okay, I write it down. It's like, okay, now it's off my chest. Or I talk to somebody and it helps. Or I work out and I sweated it out and then I made myself so tired. Or I eat a good meal and then, I feel good about myself. But it's just like temporary fixes for long-term problems. Because guess what? The next day, all of it's going to come back rushing. So it's like, okay, so how am I going to deal with it that day? How am I going to deal with it the next day and the day after that? I don't know. And I feel like a lot of us as humans, we do this. Like, we just don't know what to do when it comes to pain, when it comes to trauma, when it comes to stress and chaos. It's just, we're always taught, swallow it, put it down, don't let nobody see the stuff that's going on in your head. Don't become a burden to others. Keep working through it, go to work, or do all these crazy things that aren't actually helping fix the problem. We have so many problems that are never being fixed, but you want to put a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound. That makes no sense. Because it's like I'm still bleeding internally. I still might catch an infection. The bullet is still inside of me. So me just putting a Band-Aid over it and trying to forget something does not make sense. And because I feel like no one has taught me growing up, whether that be a teacher or a role model or a parent, of how to control my feelings and how to monitor what is important to stress over and what's important to let go, it just comes to a point where I just stress over everything, and which leads to me having no peace at all. But what bothers me is that I don't want to be like this for the rest of my life. I don't want to just keep not understanding why I feel the way I feel, not understanding why I get so attached to things, or I get so emotional when it comes to things, or I don't know how to deal with stressful situations. I don't want to keep getting to the point where I shut down and I become sad and I become depressed all the time. That is so tiresome. It's so sickening. It's something that I do need to work on in a part of my life. It's just trying to find a way to calm down and relax and genuinely just be cool. Like, I feel like it's just a motorboat of 1,000 going on inside of my head, and I don't know how to control it. I don't know how to steer the boat. I don't know who's steering the boat or how to even just direct myself. I feel like I just don't react until shit blows up. I don't react until things go wrong, and that is not a healthy way to think for anyone. I think it's important for us to find our peace. I don't care where you find it at. I don't care if it's painting the Mona Lisa, or if it's going for a run, or if it's making a podcast, or swimming, or working out, talking to your family, going to therapy. No matter what you do in this lifetime, find your peace. find a solution to your long-term problems. Because I promise you, you're going to live an unsettling life if you never learn how, if you don't properly learn how to take the bullet shards out of your body and heal from within. Do whatever you got to do to feel free, to feel empty, to feel at peace, and to feel good about yourself when you wake up, to feel good about yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. That's important when it comes to society nowadays, is that we feel good about who we are when we walk out the door.